Hi, welcome back to Movie Gazette. Today, I'm going to explain an American science fiction film named The Time Machine. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. The movie's plot begins in 1899. At Columbia University, Dr. Alexander Hartdegen teaches applied mechanics and engineering as an associate professor. The film's opening scene opens with him focusing so deeply on a formula that his buddy and co-worker David Philby had to remind him of his date with his love Emma at 5 o'clock. Alex eagerly gathers his notes upon hearing this and walks back to his residence to get ready. Alex and David discuss all of his ideas that the university has rejected as they make their way back to his home. David recommends that in order to make his ideas practical for people, he should make them less radical. Mrs. Watchett, Alex's housekeeper, greets them at his home. They make Alex put on new clothes and send him off to meet Emma. He eventually meets Emma, and the two walk around Central Park talking. Alex mentions his failing health and claims that he will only be well again when she marries him. Emma accepts his proposal through tears. He gives her a ring with her birthstone embedded in it after rummaging through his pockets. Emma is overjoyed. However, a man approaches them unexpectedly and circles around. When Alex tries to retaliate, the mugger pulls out his gun and points it at him. Alex agrees and hands over his wallet and watch to the mugger, but when he asks for Emma's ring, they deny it. The man then tries to take it away from her and shoots her dead while she struggles. Alex holds her in his arms, calling her name as she breathes her last and dies. He is absolutely devastated as he hugs her limp body and sobs in vain. 4 years later, the scene changes. Alex is writing a formula on the board and doing his usual research. He hasn't been able to get over Emma's death and has been obsessed with his work ever since. Miss Watchett and David are extremely worried about him. When David shows up to meet him that day, he notices something on the other side of the curtains and demands that David tell him what he is working on. David invites him for dinner in a week and offers to show him his invention then. After a week, the big day arrives. For the first time since Emma's death, Alex dresses up, then pulls back the curtains, revealing a tremendous piece of machinery on the other side. It has many wheels and gears, and a chair is embedded in the middle. Alex sits on it, staring at Emma's photo on a locket. He slowly lowers a lever, forming a sphere shield around himself. The machine then begins to move. When Alex pulls the final lever, the camera zooms in on a pocket watch and we see its hand rotate anti-clockwise. The machine Alex is using is, as it turns out, a time machine. He has poured his blood and sweat into the machine in order to travel back in time to the day Emma died 4 years ago and save her. In the scene that follows, we see the future Alex in Central Park on the day Emma died. She notices him and rushes towards him. Alex is taken aback to see his beloved return. He kisses her and rushes her to the nearest chariot to transport her away from the park. They arrive from the chariot in the middle of the city. Alex tells her to go to her house and spend the night there. Assuming that the past is applicable, Alex will visit Emma's house at night, telling her not to be confused and to remember that he loves her. He let her stand by the side of the road to deliver the flowers he promised, but then a car hits her, killing her once more. Alex comes to realize that he cannot change Emma's fate and that she will die that night regardless of what he does. But he refuses to give up. He believes that people from the future must have figured out how to change this factor. So, he decides to travel to the future and study futuristic time machines. He enters the machine and pulls the lever once more, this time setting the time to 2030. As he travels through time, he notices the world changing around him. In 2030, he sees an advertisement for the establishment of a settlement on the moon. He visits the New York Public Library in search of a book on time travel, where he comes into contact a hologram of the librarian named Vox 114 and is genuinely shocked by the technology. When asked about time travel, Vox 114 reveals that no such invention has ever been made. He gets back into the machine, thinking he'll have better luck a few years later, and travels to the year 2037. The world has been completely destroyed by 2037. Lunar habitation program has made the Earth habitable by drawing the moon closer to it. The gravitational forces of the bodies change, causing earthquakes and tsunamis on Earth on a regular basis. The lunar habitation has caused a massive crack on the moon's surface. Point 2. Evacuating police officers arrest Alex and transport him to his evacuation center. As he resists, the ground begins to shake and splits in half, going to release hot lava. Alex quickly gets into his machine and drives away. But in the midst of the chaos, he hits his head on a piece of metal, knocking him out. the time machine begins its journey. But Alex is unconscious and is unable to stop it. When he finally opens his eyes, he notices that he has arrived in the year 802,701 and quickly stops the machine before falling back asleep. He awakens in a bed, his wounds healed. A little boy approaches him as he puts on his clothes and runs away. Alex pursues the child and discovers that future humans have reverted to a primitive lifestyle and live on cliffs. They all come to Alex in awe and stare at him, but except for a girl named Mara, none of them seem to understand English. Alex informs her that he is a time traveler, but Mara informs the others that he is just a wandering fool in order for them not to kill him. Those people are called the Alloys. A loud honking is heard, and everyone goes into their shed. He spends the night with Mara and her brother, Kalen. He notices the moon's broken pieces in the sky. Mara takes Alex to his time machine the next day. They both notice that it is completely intact. Mara insists that Alex bring Kalen back in time with him. A loud horn blaring can be heard in the background before Alex can ask why. Mara panics and flees to save Kalen, while a perplexed Alex follows her. Everyone around them begins to run back to the cliffs. Alex is suddenly confronted by a beast-like creature. They are known as the Morlocks. More appear from the ground and begin attacking everyone. They tie the people they can get their hands in and take them into the ground. Alex watches as one of them grabs Mara and sinks into the soil with her. When they're all gone, Alex tries to ask the others where the Morlocks take them. But Kalen tells him that they're not supposed to talk about it when the Alloys are taken. Kalen then leads Alex to the entrance to the Morlocks' world. They descend into a cave, and Alex realizes it is the New York Public Library. Vox 144's hologram speaks from behind them. He has survived all these years because of solar power technology. Alex is taken aback and asks what is going on in the world right now. According to Vox 114, the human race has split into two groups, Alloys and Morlocks. This is the current state of the world. The Morlocks emerge from the depths of Earth to hunt Alloys for survival. Vox then reveals that they must follow the breathing to reach the Morlock world. When Kalen and Alex hear the noise, they follow it until they reach a massive statue of a demonic face, the mouth of which opens into Morlock's world. He leaves Kalen outside and carefully descends underground. He eventually arrives at the location and discovers an entire civilization, then enters a room and falls into a pond filled with human remains. A Morlock then finds Alex and takes him to their leader's chamber. According to the leader, when the moon dissociated, some people sank beneath the ground with nowhere else to go. They evolved into flesh-eating Morlocks over time. Others, the Alloys, miraculously survived and repopulate the surface. The Morlocks attempted to return to the surface, but were unable due to years of underground evolution. As a result, they began to hunt humans on the surface for food and breeding. The leader also reveals that he has the ability to control Alloys and Morlocks' minds, as well as the world's balance. Through them, he has also read Alex's mind and knows that he is a time traveler with the desire to return Emma. He causes Alex to have hallucinations about his life if Emma hadn't died. See Emma and his child playing fills him with sadness. The leader then comes to the conclusion that humans cannot change their fate because they are the consequences of their own actions. Then, he shows Alex the time machine he brought into Morlock territory. The leader wishes for him to return to his home country and not disrupt the social balance. Alex complies quietly, but as he starts the machine, he pulls the leader in with him. For a while, the two are at conflict. Alex places him outside the machine's sphere and powers it up. The leader dies rapidly because of aging. He stops the machine again in the future and sees the area filled with Morlock's cave, implying that the area is now ruled by Morlocks. Alex then returns to save Mara, bringing her out of the cage. The Morlocks become enraged and leap to attack, but Alex jams a gear in the machine, causing a massive time distortion. Time machine explodes, taking all of Morlock's world with it, but Mara and Alex escape just in time. With his time machine destroyed, Alex decides to stay with Alloys because he has found happiness here. In the future, we see Vox 144 teaching Alloys children about human history. Alex takes Mara and Kalen to the location of his former laboratory. While he is speaking with them, somewhere in another time, David and Mrs. Watchett enter Alex's lab and discuss his disappearance. David claims Alex is content wherever he is and invites Mrs. Watchett to work as his housekeeper. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.